welcome to PBI podcast. So today we're going to talk about something really important. It's about how to increase TOEFL scores, which is it's important to unlock and study to get the opportunities for study abroad. So we have a very special guest today. Who has a lot of experience to helping the students for preparing the TOEFL test. Our very own PBI lecturer, Miss Kokom.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Mbak Arasha, and hello everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. How are you, Miss?
Alhamdulillah, I'm really good.
You're really good. So, to begin with, Miss Kokom, could you briefly explain what TOEFL is and why is it important to students, especially in Indonesia?
Okay then. Well, that's a very fundamental question. Before we talk about TOEFL further, we have to know first what TOEFL is.
Yeah.
First, TOEFL stands for Test of English of Foreign Language.
Oh, yeah.
So since Indonesia still consider English as foreign language, so we as students should master TOEFL. It is a skill that measures how well you can communicate in English in academic setting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's not only force you to know the grammar, the structure, or memorizing tons of vocabulary, but also you have to be able to listen to academic lecture and then read academic text or article in English as if you were studying abroad. So why it is important for Indonesian students? First, if your dream is studying overseas, you cannot skip TOEFL.
Yeah.
Since several countries like US, Canada require TOEFL in academic admission process. So you cannot skip TOEFL even though your English is good, but you can prove it by TOEFL certificate. So your requirement will not be considered.
Oh.
And then the second, if you want to study and funded by some scholarship providers like Chevening, LPDP, and others, they often require TOEFL. And they even set minimum requirement. For example, 550 for paper-based tests and 80 to 100 for internet-based tests. So it's really important if you want to study and supported financially by some scholarship providers.
Scholarship, like if you want to pursue to study abroad, it's
even in Indonesia.
It's important.
If you want to apply scholarship in LPDP, even though in Indonesia, you have to be able to prove your English proficiency by giving the TOEFL certificate.
Oh yeah. So in the TOEFL test there is like a 3 section, right, Miss? Like there is a reading, listening, and grammar section. So we're moving on the reading section. In the reading section, what are the most common challenges in this section from your experience, maybe?
Yeah, since for paper-based tests, reading is the last part. So you have lots of energy spent after doing the listening and grammar. Reading is the last part, and you have felt exhausted. Udah kecapean tuh, gitu. One of the biggest challenge is staying focused. Staying focused. Since after spending your energy doing the listening and grammar or vocabulary, staying focused is one of the biggest challenge. And then what else? Identifying my idea. Yeah, that's one of the biggest challenges. Since in reading section, there must be an items or several items that ask you to identify my idea and specific details. So those two skills, they are scanning and skimming, are the crucial skills should be mastered when you are doing the reading section.
Ms. Kokom, do you agree is the time is the crucial too in this section?
Yes. Time management is one of the crucial skill, yeah. Since you only have 55 minutes to do or to answer 50 items. So you can imagine that 1 minute for an item, but you have to read very long passages. So you have to manage your time efficiently, so you have enough time to do all the items. First, moving on to the strategy. Yeah? I think you have to do the easiest one first, and then come back later if you found several complicated items. You have to mark it and come back it later. Do the easiest one first.
So it's the practical tips for you for the time management. So we move to the listening section. In this section, many students or the listener too have the it's the most challenging section because we just have like we just have like 1 minute for listening the audio, like just for once. And then we have to write down the answer after like 1 minute. So what the technique can help students to improve their taking note skill in this section?
Yes, yeah, this is one of the biggest challenge, as well as like reading. Yeah. Note taking is one of the crucial part also while do the listening section. Most of the students tend to write all the sentences word by word. That's the easiest way to get lost. One of the technique that you can apply while doing the listening section is, first, you have to improve your skill of abbreviation and symbol. Since note taking is not writing a transcript, it's about creating a map that can ease you answer the listening part. First, technique of abbreviation and symbol. Like for word government, you can abbreviate with gov, and then because like cause. And then symbol, using symbol. For example, the word of increasing, you can create upward arrow, increasing. And decreasing, like downward arrow. That's everyone has different technique or method of abbreviation, so you have to use that technique. And then, do you still remember that a paragraph contains my idea? Do you still remember in my class, writing class, that like hamburger paragraph?
I remember.
The paragraph or the lecture must have main idea and specific details. You have the thing that you have to do is creating a column. You have to distinguish maybe the right column for what is the main idea, And then the left one, what is the specific data like name, numbering. So you only have to write down the keyword, not all one by word like a transcript. Remember, if you write down each word, it is the fastest way to get lost.
So we have to remember the
Keywords.
the keywords,
Keywords.
from the passage.
The main idea and the specific details.
So, okay. In listening section for daily practice outside for the listener, do you have any recommendation like a podcast, movie, or series to helping them to improve their TOEFL, their listening skills?
Okay. I will highly recommend to all of you that want to take TOEFL to listen to the TED.com, that's online lecture. Since in listening, part C, short talk, you will listen to several lecture that there are a lot of technical terms in academic. So TED.com can improve your listening skill, especially for TOEFL. And then listening to podcasts. Yeah, listening to podcasts. Podcasts, there are a lot of variety of theme like biology, science, and podcasts can be listened everywhere. When you are on the bus, when you are cooking, and do not only to be a passive listener. After listening to podcasts, and then after listening to the online lecture, you have to be able to take some notes to sum up what you have heard. That's
the most. So
that's called active listening.
So, what about the movie or the series? Because in this generation, there most of them would really to choose to watching or
since it is very enjoyable
and we can do everywhere too.
There are a lot of entertainment inside the movie,
like about the British movie maybe, or the British movie actually, because in the listening section the most of the speaker they talk in British accent, so it's more challenging for them.
Yeah, for TOEFL, the speaker use mostly American accent, so it's quite easier rather than British accent. Everyone has their own method to improve their own skill, English skill. So if you prefer to watch movie, just do it. As long as it can improve yourself in English. And then movie considered as authentic material, so it can enrich your vocabulary through the movie. Yeah, so you have to find your own way, your own technique to improve your vocabulary. Yeah, to understand the listening, to understand the reading section. So you need vocabulary to understand those two parts.
Oh, yeah, but if the student has the limited time, let's just say like a 1 month, what should they focus on the most, like a reading section, listening, or something?
Yeah, maybe some test takers have months to prepare for the test, but some of them just have only 1 or 2 weeks before the test. What I highly recommend to you is focus on the part that gives you highest impact. First, if you have limited time, you have to know the structure of the question. Even if you're very good at English, but you don't know how the items structure, you cannot answer it, since you have to figure out what is it about. You have to know the type of questions. preparing a couple of days to understand the items is a must. If you only have several days, yeah. First, knowing the structure of the question, and then the second, you have to know which parts that you master. For example, if you're naturally master in reading or listening, polish those skills rather than focus on the weakest one.
Oh.
So you can secure your score in that areas. And then you have to try to manage your time. Since you only have around 2 hours to do the test, you have to know I have 30 minutes to do the listening and 25 minutes to do structure and written expression and 55 minutes to do the reading section. You have to manage your time very efficiently.
Okay, Miss. So, if we have prepared like you said before, but how should students to handle test day anxiety to not ensure
Yeah. Yeah, handling the test day nerve is as important as knowing the strategy, since there are a lot of students that have prepared the material, but the score simply goes down because of the anxiety. I think first you have to be able to have positive self-talk to yourself. There are a lot of Indonesian students get nervous because of they think that I can do this. I'm not prepared well. You have to be able to have good affirmation to yourself that I'm prepared and I'm ready to do the test. Second, um, anxiety, I think, is one of the positive thing. It sign that you really consider with the test. But if you can handle it, yeah, your performance will simply goes down. The second one is using simple breathing technique.
What is it?
Inhale for 4 seconds, and
inhale
then hold for 4 seconds and exhale. It sounds so simple, but while doing this, you can make your brain more relaxed. It can reduce stress. It can handle the test nerve.
So there is a technique and the tips for the all of a listener to handle the test anxiety.
Nice.
Finally, Miss, this is the last questions. Maybe do you have any motivation for them and for all our listener to who has a nervous or to improve their TOEFL scores?
Okay, I can leave motivational words for the one who want to take TOEFL. Don't see TOEFL just a test. See this as a way to improve your English. So, and then do not compare yourself to others. Some people may score high quickly in terms of TOEFL, and some other people need more time. As long as you do a lot of practice and do it consistently, you are on the right track. And then if you feel bored, if you get bored while practicing TOEFL, you have to reset your mind. It's not only about the score. It's a getaway to get better opportunities to study abroad, to get scholarship, to have a better career. So don't see this just only a test. It is a gateway to a better opportunity. And then you think that TOEFL tough, but you have to believe in yourself that you are tougher than the TOEFL itself.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Kokom, for your practical tips and valuable insight you have shared today. It's really important to us, and preparing TOEFL can be challenging, but with the right strategies, like Ms. Kokom said before, but with right the strategies, discipline, and then the strong mindset, like it's successful, it's definitely within reach. And to all our the listener, either that you're listening or watching this podcast on the home or in the school maybe, I hope this episode gives you a motivation to keep learning and practicing for get the better or the good TOEFL scores. So don't give up. Your future begins with every small that you take today. See you again on the Hima PBI podcast.
And then if you want to take TOEFL preparation program, you can join us in STKIP Kusuma
in
Negara.
STKIP
No problem,
Kusuma
saya.
Negara. It's okay, Miss. Stay motivated and inspired. Keep chasing your dreams too. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.